Some betrayals don't just end relationships, they destroy families, friendships, and the way people see the people they trusted most. Today, we have 5 stories where someone was betrayed by the people closest to them and then somehow got blamed for not forgiving fast enough. The last story might be the most painful one because the betrayal didn't come from a stranger, it came from family. Let's get into it. Story 1. My brother stole my girlfriend, and now he wants to name his baby after me. I dated my ex from age 13 to 17, and I honestly thought we were going to end up together. We grew up together. She knew my family, my parents loved her, and my brother knew exactly how much she meant to me. Then I found out she had been cheating on me with him. Not a stranger, not some random guy, my own brother. When I confronted them, she cried and said it was a mistake. My brother said he didn't mean for it to happen, but a few weeks later, they were officially together. That was the moment I cut both of them off. I moved out as soon as I could. I stopped going to family events if they were invited. Some relatives understood, but others kept telling me I was being dramatic because we were just teenagers when it happened. But to me, it wasn't just teenage cheating. It was my brother looking me in the face every day while sneaking around with the girl I loved. Years passed, and I still wanted nothing to do with them. Then I found out they were having a baby boy, and somehow they decided to name him after me. At first, I thought it was a joke, but no, my family said they chose my name because they wanted to heal the family and bring me back into their lives. Now everyone is telling me I need to be in my nephew's life. They say the baby is innocent. They say I should forgive my brother. They say I'm punishing a child for something his parents did. But I never asked them to name that child after me. And honestly, it feels less like an apology and more like emotional pressure. I told them I still don't want a relationship with my brother, my ex, or their baby. Now, half my family says I'm cold and bitter, but I feel like they betrayed me, then tried to use a baby to force me back into the family. Am I wrong? Story 2. My cheating ex wife asked me for money after losing custody of our kids. We were married for 5 years and had 2 children together. One day, I came home from work early and found her with another man. She tried to deny it at first, but there was no way to explain what I saw. Our marriage ended soon after. After the divorce, she moved in with the same man. Eventually, she married him. From the beginning, my kids hated being at their house. Her new husband was controlling. He checked their bags when they came over. He threw away snacks they brought from my house. He treated them like guests in a home they were forced to visit. The kids complained to their mother over and over, but instead of protecting them, she blamed me. She said I was turning them against her. I wasn't. I was the parent they came home to when they were upset. For years, I fought to get them help. I asked for therapy. She refused. I went to court. Eventually, the judge allowed it. As the kids got older, they became more honest about how miserable they were at their mom's house. Then, 3 years ago, the court finally gave me full custody. My kids chose to live with me. After that, child support changed. Instead of me paying her, she had to pay me. That's when things got worse. Recently, my ex emailed me over 40 times asking for money. She said her household was struggling. She said she had 4 kids to feed. She asked me to send old clothes, games, and anything my kids didn't use anymore. I replied once and told her no. I said my responsibility was to our children, not her new household. She didn't stop. Then she confronted me in person and gave me a long speech about how hard her life was. I told her to tell that story to someone who cared. Maybe that was harsh. But for years, she ignored what our children were going through. She chose her new husband over their comfort and safety. Now that things are hard for her, she wants me to rescue the same household my kids fought to escape. Some people say I should help because she is still the mother of my children, but my children are safe, fed, and cared for with me. Her other problems are not mine. Am I wrong for refusing? Story 3. She cheated on me for 5 months, then somehow convinced me it was my fault. We were together for 5 years. The relationship was never easy. Every time I tried to talk about something that hurt me, she would cut me off, twist the conversation, or tell me I was overreacting. Eventually, I stopped speaking up. Then I found out she had been cheating with a guy from work for 5 months. When I confronted her, she denied everything. She said I was insecure. She said I was making things up. She said I was ruining the relationship by not trusting her. But I had proof. And once she realized I knew the truth, she finally admitted it. At first, she cried. She said she was sorry. She said she regretted everything. She said she never meant to hurt me. For a moment, I actually believed she understood what she had done. Then, almost overnight, her attitude changed. She became cold. She told me she cheated because I wasn't a good boyfriend. She said she felt lonely. She said I didn't give her enough attention. She said I made her feel unwanted. Suddenly, we weren't talking about her cheating anymore. We were talking about everything I supposedly did wrong. And somehow, I started apologizing. I started wondering if maybe I had caused it. Maybe I wasn't loving enough. Maybe I wasn't patient enough. Maybe I pushed her away. But then I realized something. She didn't come to me when she was unhappy. She didn't break up with me. She lied for 5 months, then blamed me when she got caught. Now I'm sitting here feeling guilty, even though she was the one who lied. Part of me still feels like I need to fix everything. But another part of me thinks I was manipulated into feeling responsible for her betrayal. Am I being manipulated? Story 4. My cheating ex husband asked me to help his affair partner become part of my kids' lives. He cheated on me multiple times while we had 3 young kids. One affair became serious, and after our divorce, he married her. I stayed civil for the kids, but I never wanted a relationship with either of them. For years, I kept my distance. I didn't start drama. I didn't badmouth them in front of the children. I simply refused to pretend we were one big happy family. At first, the kids still had a relationship with their father, but over time, they started pulling away. The reason was his wife. She couldn't have children of her own, and according to my kids, there was constant pressure on them to treat her like a second mother. Their father pushed it too. He wanted them to include her, love her, celebrate her, and make her feel like she hadn't missed out on motherhood. But my kids never saw her that way. To them, she was the woman their father chose after destroying our family. Eventually, they stopped visiting as much. Then, my youngest graduated. He didn't invite his father or his father's wife. My ex tried to get me to force him to change his mind. I refused. Then, he showed up at my house. He told me his wife was heartbroken. He said she had suffered enough. He said I needed to help bring the kids back into their lives. Then he asked me to treat her like another mother so she could be included in future weddings, babies, and family moments. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This was the woman he cheated with, and now he wanted me to help her feel equal in the family he helped break. I told him he caused this. I told him I owed him nothing. Then I closed the door. Now his sister says I was cruel and should have shown compassion. But I spent years being civil for my kids while dealing with the damage he caused. I don't think I should have to help the woman he cheated with become another mother to my children. Am I wrong? Story 5. My family chose my ex over me, and now they're angry that I don't come around anymore. I was with my ex for 6 years. For most of that time, my family loved her. She came to every holiday, every birthday, every family dinner. My parents called her their future daughter-in-law. Then she cheated. Not once, multiple times. When I found out, I ended the relationship immediately. At first, my family acted supportive. They told me I deserved better. They told me they were sorry. They told me they understood why I was hurt. But then, the invitations started. My mom invited my ex to a family barbecue because, apparently, she was still like family. Then my sister invited her to her birthday dinner because she didn't want things to feel awkward. Then my cousin invited both of us to the same event and told me to be mature. I told them all the same thing. They could have a relationship with her if they wanted, but I would not be around her. At first, They said they understood, but when I stopped showing up, they got angry. They said I was dividing the family. They said I was making everyone choose sides. But I wasn't. They had already chosen. They chose to keep the person who betrayed me close, then expected me to smile through it. The final breaking point came at Thanksgiving. I arrived at my parents' house and saw her car outside. Nobody warned me. When I walked in, she was sitting at the table like nothing had happened. My mom pulled me aside and said, "Please don't ruin the day." That sentence changed everything because apparently my pain was the problem, not her betrayal, not their disrespect. My reaction: I left without eating. Since then, I've stopped going to family events unless I know she won't be there. Now my family says I'm punishing everyone, but I feel like I'm finally choosing myself. Am I wrong for walking away from my family after they chose my cheating ex? So those were 5 stories where betrayal didn't end when the relationship ended. It continued through family pressure, guilt, manipulation, and people expecting the victim to be the bigger person. Which story made you the angriest? And more importantly, would you forgive them? Comment your answer below and subscribe for more Story Shock drama.